Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. Joining me here in Studio A as we get ready for the major event of the summer here in Farmington, the Connie Mack World Series. This is the 60th annual event here in Farmington at Ricketts Park. We are joined with members of the Connie Mack World Series Committee. The Vice Chairman is here with us this morning in Studio A. Lyle Love, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Appreciate you being here and talking about the World Series that's coming up. Also joining us from the Host Families Committee, Kacy Synder is back with us this year again. Good morning. Welcome back. Great to have you here. Also, Lyndsie Valdez is here as well to talk a little bit about her work with host families. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in, all of you. And Mr. Love, let me start with you a little bit about this 60th anniversary year. Exciting.
Absolutely.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. We are looking forward to it. You've got some special things planned for the 60th year?
Absolutely. So this year, of course, I'll give you some dates real quick.
The
pool play will start Friday the 25th, and that'll run Friday and Saturday. And then opening ceremonies will start at 5 o'clock be on Sunday. And there'll be a fireworks show this year. And then bracket play will start on that Monday, with the host team playing Monday night. And then something exciting we've got this year is we'll have Tim Tebow, who'll be giving a inspirational, motivational kind of a talk speech at 3 o'clock on Thursday. So that's kind of what we have lined up for the 60th annual
Very exciting.
World Series. Yes.
Exciting. And, of course, the parade is coming up next Friday, of course, in downtown Farmington. 10 o'clock, I think, is the
Friday morning, 10 o'clock. That's correct.
Step-off time. And so we're very excited about that again. And all the teams are coming, and all the qualifiers have happened, and everybody has got their tickets punched to come to the World Series.
That's correct. So 12 teams are coming, and they're all fantastic. It'll be a great World Series.
Wonderful. Very good. We're excited to do that. We're excited to be the radio home of the Connie Mack World Series, covering all the games, pool play at Ricketts Park, and, of course, all the games in the World Series from Ricketts Park, and also streaming the parade here on KSJE as well with our streaming video services, too. So we're excited about that. I know everybody is, too. So very exciting to get started here in just a little over a week. Not that we're counting, but we are.
Absolutely. We're almost there.
For the World Series, for sure. Let me turn to the host families and talk a little bit about that. Kacy Synder and Lyndsie Valdez, who are here to talk with me about that. Kacy Synder, host families, still opportunities if someone wants to be a host family for this year?
Absolutely. I always say the more the merrier.
Right, I know you do.
It's not a set number. It's all about how many players are these teams really coming with. 2 weeks prior, they always tell me, we're all going to have 24. Couple days before, they then change their mind and they're coming with 21. So it's a puzzle.
Right.
So the more the merrier. It's such a great opportunity for families. You get these relationships with these kids that are so strong. You go to weddings, you go to their graduations. It's crazy how close you can get to some, these players in such a short amount of time.
Right, for sure. And so for families who are listening to us today and thinking about doing it, I mean, is there a minimum? Do they need to take at least one player? Can they take more than one, or what would you say? What works?
So they actually have to take a minimum of 2.
Okay.
And then you can go from there.
Okay.
My perfect number is 3.
Is it?
Yes, because then there's no clicks. But we have families out there that take 6. We have families out there that we did have a family that was going to take 8 this year.
Wow,
the more the merrier.
Right.
Fill up the house. If you have older people in your house that can drive. But it's just such a fun part of the summer, and my kids and Lyndsie's kids absolutely love it. So.
You've been a host family for how long now?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. 10 years?
Okay,
yeah.
All right. And so I would think for your kids it was a great experience when they were younger or even now to be able to hang out with a Connie Mack World Series player for a week and a half.
It is one of the top moments of the summer.
Yeah.
So, and actually this year, one of my all-time favorite players just got drafted, so that was really neat, and he flew out yesterday, so
Exciting.
Just to keep those relationships alive.
You've kept in touch. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw him play in college. And I've done that with other players as well. But it's just the bond is a true bond.
Right. Very cool. Lyndsie, let me turn to you a little bit about your experiences being a host family for the Connie Mack World Series. How long have you been a host family?
I think this is my 7th year. I think this is my 9th year on the committee and then my 7th year hosting. And same, my kids love it. I really like to reiterate, if you grew up here and you grew up with Connie Mack, it definitely has changed. People get concerned about the boys wanting to come in and maybe, get a little bit too rambunctious and things like that. But these boys are here to play ball. They've worked really, really hard to get here. And so they take it very seriously. And because they had to qualify to get here, it's important for them to behave, to shoot straight, to not, get out of control. And so I really like to reiterate that we've never had a bad experience with any of the boys. They've always been, some we've stayed closer than others, but
Sure.
we've always had a great experience. We've always been able to, get on the level with these boys where they're really responsible. They're good kids. They're just, they want to play ball. And this is a competitive tournament, and it's something that can project them into, bigger and better things later in life. And so they take it very seriously. So we enjoy the heck out of it. It is a lot of work, but it's super fun, and it's a whirlwind. And, at the end of the week or the tournament, you've got, big brothers that are going to stay in touch with you guys forever, and it's just been a really cool experience for us.
Right. And so it seems like the players are pretty focused when they are here. And so the responsibilities of a host family, Kacy, I think you were talking a little bit about that, driving the players to games and things like that, practice and what have you, but kind of being able to transport the players back and forth from the park.
Yes. So, all these players can drive.
Yeah.
But they can't when they're here. It's
Right.
just a liability thing. So, yes, you have to be their transportation. They need a place to stay. A lot of people get very nervous about that. These boys have stayed in motels and hotels, and it doesn't, as long as it's a comfortable place, we have blow-up mattresses. Who
Right.
has 4 extra beds in their house? Not a lot of people. Some do. But, and you gotta
They're
feed
okay
them.
with that. They're okay with a blow-up mattress or a bed or whatever you got for them.
Never had a complaint.
Yeah. And they'd share a room, I suppose, too,
Yep.
if necessary, right?
Yep. And then we do, our group, we like to do a lot of potlucks or barbecues so that you're all kind of pitching in, to help with the cost of food because they are grown boys. But we just try and make the most fun of it. We do sometimes eggs in a bag in the morning, as a big group. I know it sounds crazy, but it's a big omelet, and we just have a blast and we kickball. We do all the things. We just try and make it fun for our families as well as the boys.
Right. And so there is some downtime, I guess, too, when you can plan some of these other extra things for them as well as what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
And there are certainly other families. If someone is brand new to being a host family, there are other folks who've done it for a few years, like both of you, who I'm sure would be willing to offer advice or help plan events or other things for these brand new families to the organization, right?
Yes, so we like to sprinkle in the new and the old so that they can have traditions. And there would be no way we'd put all brand new families together because
Right.
they'd be lost. And that's why we have some families that have kept 27 years now.
This is Val's 20.
Wow.
Yeah, so Val Esselman has kept for 27 years. She was stern. She was quitting on her 25th. She's still here.
Hasn't happened.
And it's amazing.
Right.
And we have another family the Ericksons that have kept for probably
25, yeah.
Okay.
So, it's just amazing.
Nice. Very cool. And so, again, and there are certain things I know, too, that the committee will help families with to a certain degree with some of that camaraderie and the other helpfulness from the other host families who've been doing it for a while. Is there some other things you're able to help with, too, to a certain degree?
Yeah, so probably 3 or 4 years ago, we enlisted giving every family a little bit of money.
Uh-huh.
So depending on how many players you're keeping, you get a little bit of money to help with the food and offset things like that.
Sure.
And the community honestly steps up so much, with
There's a ton of
discounts at
discounts.
restaurants and, the soda shops. And so even the movie theaters, just discounts. And the escape room gives us a discount, which is a great, because everyone's so hot, go there.
Yeah,
and
right.
cool
Inside
off.
activity,
Yes.
sure.
So the community really does step up and helps.
Nice. So there's some other benefits too for families that want to step up and
Yes.
and help out with that, which is great. Very good. Lyle Love, I want to come back to you a little bit about the host family concept of the Connie Mack World Series, and I think that's one of the things that makes this tournament so unique, isn't it? When you're talking about other organizations that host these types of tournaments around the country, I mean, not everyone has a whole team of host families that are willing to step up and help with some of these teams and the costs involved of coming to a World Series.
Scott, I mean, that's absolutely the biggest deal. So without host families, it'd be really hard for Farmington to keep this tournament here. And every year there's other cities that are vying to try to figure out how to get the Connie Mack World Series to their town, of course. And the foster families is definitely the program out there that keeps that keeps the tournament here in Farmington.
Right, and that's been going strong since the beginning, I think, right? Absolutely. That's one of the things that is
60 years.
Also celebrating 60 years, right? So that's an important distinction. And so, and you brought that up, but I don't think there's any danger of the tournament leaving Farmington anytime soon. At least I hope not.
No.
Yeah. So
especially with foster families, we're in good shape.
Yeah, that's important to know. So that's great. And again, a lot of teams coming from all quarters of the country to compete here, and usually again, it's a great 10 days or so of baseball. I think in the past there have been some scouts that have been here. I don't know if that still happens. They may be watching from afar because they can certainly watch video and audio streams of these things, but it's always kind of had its mark in a larger world of semi-professional baseball.
Yeah, Scott, we still get college scouts here. We get pro scouts here. And there's all kinds of specialty units that show up to take video of players that, broadcast those out to scouts that cannot make it. But we still have lots of scouts, college pro, and it's just really good baseball. And the teams that are coming are, just like Kacy and Lyndsie said, they're absolutely spectacular. So
right.
Looking forward to the tournament.
How exciting is it to see some of these players that go to the Connie Mack World Series? They play, they go on to college ball, they do really well, and then they get drafted, and they're now playing professional baseball, and they have some roots here in Farmington, New Mexico. It's got to be fun to see.
It's fantastic to see, and it's amazing how you can reach out and contact them, and they'll come back, and the relationships they have with San Juan County and Farmington, and also their host families. And just like Kacy and Lyndsie were saying, they'll always remember, hey, I stayed here, and here's the family I stayed with, and here's their name of their kids. And you would think with all that's happening in their life, that might be something that maybe be hard to remember, but they always remember their experience here at Connie Mack World Series. And, I'm out and about traveling for work, and lots of times I'll bring up Farmington, and they know Farmington just due to the Connie Mack World Series. A brother, uncle, somebody has played in this World Series, or somehow they've heard about it.
Big impact.
So it's really out there and well known.
Right. And I think, again, a lot of that is built on the reputation of these teams coming, having a positive experience when they're here, no matter how long they last in the tournament. But I think they also have a positive experience, and that's what keeps them coming back, and what they know of as a positive time of working their way back to the tournament year after year, these coaches and other folks in these teams.
Absolutely. And, of course, the crowd that it draws, I mean, these players typically don't get the chance to play in front of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 people in the stands. So that's really a big deal here for them as well. Lots of times baseball, because there's so many games, sometimes there'll be a handful of people besides typically moms and girlfriends. But here they come, and really this community supports the games every night and during the day, and so the turnout's very big. Yeah,
exactly, which is great. And then the facility too, I think, is worthwhile. There are some of these players that I don't know if they've ever played in a facility like Ricketts Park before. I think, do you see some of their eyes get pretty big when they walk out of the dugout for the first time?
Most players all talk about Ricketts Park and what a great venue to play in it is.
Right.
And most of them have never seen anything like it or played anything like it. And we're talking about a lot of kids that have been to college a year just because of the way the birthday falls, and coming back here for the first the second or third time, they really enjoy Ricketts Park.
Right. And again, another great example of the partnerships between the committee, the AABC, the city of Farmington, to all have these things available for the World Series year after year. It's been a great, I think, 60-year partnership.
Yeah, it's absolutely been fantastic. And there's almost 225 volunteers that make all this happen, and there's 22 committees that put this together and really showcase, again, Farmington, New Mexico, Ricketts Park, and our community.
Right. And that's a big deal, I think, too, to have that army of volunteers that make this possible. Again, I think it's what helps to keep the World Series here in Farmington. You have these dedicated people that come back year after year to make sure the tournament goes off without a hitch, and you've got all the bases, no pun intended, covered for the tournament and the World Series from day after day of what you're going to need during the tournament.
Absolutely. You're 100% spot on.
That's great. Well, it's great to see it coming back. Again, the host families, still room for more. And so, again, to put the pitch out, minimum of 2 players is what you need to house and just be available to get the boys back and forth from the games to wherever during the week, and depending on how long they stay, I guess is how well their team does in the World Series.
Correct.
Is how it happens. So that's good. When they're done, I mean, do some teams stay longer, or are they usually done and they're off within a day or two? How does that usually work?
Usually they leave within a day or two. Or
Yeah.
usually that day or the next day is usually how it works.
Gotcha.
And if anyone is interested, we have an email.
Yes.
ConnieMackFamilies@live.com. But it's all over Facebook. You can text us. Our phone numbers are all out there. But you can always email as well.
Okay. Email's the best way to probably get a message to you.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to sign up and get more info.
Yes.
So sounds great. Lyle, any more other information? Do you need more volunteers for things for the World Series? Is that something folks can reach out to as well if they'd like to maybe help out?
Please do. I mean,
Yeah.
we're pretty set for this year, but we could always use more for next year. And if there's a few gaps, we'll absolutely like to have somebody to step up and fill in if we need somebody.
Very good, very good. We always get questions here at the radio station about get tickets to go see the games and things like that. I think I know that there's always general admission tickets available for each game.
That's correct. So they're $6 a game and $8 for box seats if you're so lucky to get one. But you can walk up to the game and typically purchase a general admission ticket, and we'd love to have everybody come out.
Very good. Pool play a little different?
Pool place, yeah. So that basically they have it at Ricketts, Worley, and the sports complex, and those run again Friday and Saturday, starting I think at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock on Friday, and then of course running all day Saturday. So
Gotcha. Tickets needed for that or no?
tickets are needed for that
As well.
That as well. So
Okay.
That's correct.
Same price range or so?
$5, yeah, they're $5 a game, and that's talk about great entertainment for not a lot of money.
No kidding. Very true. Very true. Well, we're all excited about the 60th Connie Mack World Series. It's going to be great. You've got a lot of special things planned. We can't wait for that. Opening ceremonies will be on Sunday.
Sunday, that's correct.
And a special visit by Tim Tebow, who's a great
Thursday.
motivational speaker. I've
Yes.
heard him speak before, and so that's exciting to know that he's coming back into town. And you think I'd get him out to throw out a first pitch or something? Do you think he'd do that?
I don't think he's going to do that, but I'll tell you
all
what,
right.
he's been here before. He was absolutely excited to come back, and so, it's 3 o'clock on a Thursday. It'll be warm, but he wasn't afraid to show up.
And I
promise
don't think the crowds will be either.
No,
so
no.
There you
They'll
go.
be there.
That's a built-in crowd pleaser. So wonderful. Thank you all very much for coming in to talk about the Connie Mack World Series this year. We will see you down at Ricketts Park in a little less than a week or so.
Absolutely.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
all.
having us.
Thank you all very much. My guests right here talking about the Connie Mack World Series with me on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.